Do I say that weird? Wall decor, dunno. Okay, my ADD is all over the place. Little baby tree. A shrubbery. He can stare at you in the nude while you're watching TV. Very unsettling. Anyway, but this is why I usually focus on speed builds, because I'm a rambling buffoon when I build and talk at the same time. Nope. Oh, that is perfect. Yes, I love it. But excessive is my middle name. Actually, it's not, it's Nicole. Hello, fantastic creatures. I'm Fantasims. Welcome to my channel. And today we will be playing with the new Industrial Loft Kit. And I can't believe it, guys. We made it to over 3,000 subs on this channel. That's incredible. And as a thank you, I will be finishing my post-apocalyptic underground city, but it's going to take me a while. So, as a fun little project in between, I thought we could renovate this factory that I actually created back when Eco Lifestyle first came out. It's like this eco-green factory. We have this community garden over here. I've already grown a bunch of plants for you guys. Tons of activities that your Sims can do. A little area over here to just relax and soak up the sun. Same on the other side, but we also have like a little kids area, so you know the parents can just do some relaxation exercises while their kids go wild over here with their outdoor toys. Ooh, we have some apples on the ground. I didn't know that the apples fell to the ground. That's awesome. You can tell I'm a builder. Anyway, this build is pretty much already mostly done, but we're just going to be touching it up with the new Industrial Loft Kit because I think the style is perfect. And we just have all of these workstations for makers to do their thing. And then down here we have the mega kombucha maker with this kind of kombucha distillery over here. Upstairs we have a little daycare center over here. Actually, the funny thing is when I first did a review of Eco Lifestyle, I used this build as an example. And over here where you see this gaping hole in the ground, well, originally the kids' daycare was over here because I was being a little sadistic and I was like, the kids can play over by the hole in the ground. But then I later decided that that was a bit morbid, so I covered it up and made it like this makeshift area where you can lounge around. We have a little kitchenette area. At the very top, I did put a couple of bedrooms and bathrooms in. And then down here, I had this really creepy underground water system. So let's open up the new kit and see what we can do. Let's start with the exterior first. Just the look of it. I don't like the way that it looks because it kind of looks like a face. Okay, so I actually really love this new window that we got because it comes in like grungy. Oh, I love that grungy swatch so much. I do wish it came in more swatches like I said in my review. Okay, so that's already better because it looks like less of a face. Let's fix up this little seating nook over here with the new furniture. Let's use these ones. I love this one on one wheel. It's so cool. Let's delete this couch because the new couch is so gorgeous with its texture. Look at that fabric texture. It's so real. It looks like real leather. That's so cool. I'm not very good with working with bright colors. I mean, is the green too much with all the other green? Yeah, with all the other green going on. This is why it takes me forever to build because I'll spend like an hour trying to figure out what colors to use. I need to just slap stuff down and just be okay with it instead of spending forever. And then I'm going to delete these rugs and we're going to use the new rugs. I love this new pattern, but is it too much with this? Actually, it's really similar. And then the coffee table. I don't know. Is there enough room for that? I think too, this whole color scheme is throwing me off. Yeah, I think we need to change the brick. All right, gorgeous friends. So I have settled on using this base game red brick and then these Journey to Batuu like concrete slab looking things just to add a bit of contrast. I don't know if I absolutely love it, but I have a tendency to overthink everything, so I'm just going to go with it. So it's a bit more dull. It doesn't look as vibrant, but you know what? We're just going to roll with it. And this brick will be perfect for the new wall decals. Like, look how cool those look. I think I might go with this bike one because I think it ties into the colors here. And we definitely need way more light in this factory because it's looking super gloomy. So let's add these right here. Oh yes, much better. Oh, I love it. Actually, let's use the lower one. Perfect. Wow, these light up the area quite well actually. And then for this corner, maybe we can put some artwork. So I'm thinking, what about the romantic garden guy statue? I mean, it's totally weird, but like I've seen a lot of industrial builds that just have these more like Renaissance type of or ancient Greek type of sculptures along with the rustic and metal. He can stare at you in the nude while you're watching TV. Very unsettling. I love it. It's so weird. Ooh, well, look at this. Like the window shines through the pampas grass or pampas grass, whatever it's called. Look at it. Like the window. Oh, I don't like that. That's a weird effect because I'm far away from the window. But look, the window squares show through it. Ooh. Okay, so I guess we're not putting that there. What if we put it like here? Kind of hide his buttocks region a little bit. And is there like yeah, let's go with that. Tie in some of those dark colors. I think it's coming together. I think I might change the colors of these. See, this is me overthinking everything. I don't know. I love all of these wood swatches, but in the context of this room, I don't know that I love the color scheme that I have. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with this. The colors aren't perfect, but whatever. I don't even care. So let's use the new terrarium because I just love that geometric shape. Maybe tie in some of of the warm colors? Nah. I'm just going to go with the black outline to go with the coffee table. And then let's use the side table. Oh, that's kind of big though. We need more like couch level side tables. I mean, I can size it down, but, and like I said in my review of the pack, like not all the objects come in all the different wood swatches, so you're kind of limited on what you can choose, which some people don't seem to care about, but I do. Because like this wood tone matches this one better, but the trim is the wrong color. It's a paler color. I don't understand why they do that. I guess that one? Whatever. Let's size it down and just put it on top of this table. Good enough. Okay. And then I really love these new air conditioning ducts. They're so cool. I think I'm going to have them run all along either side, like right underneath this balcony area. I mean, just look how good that looks with these ducts. I love them so much. I'd prefer it if it didn't automatically select it again. And that way, if you want it to just continue selecting it, you can just choose to hold down the shift key instead. But it's just a minor inconvenience. And then the other thing you have to be careful about too is that you can kind of see it here. Depending on where your lighting is, it's going to make some of the sections a slightly different shade. And some of them are going to light up and others are not. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer, but I still absolutely love them. Okay, we've run into a bit of a snag, as you can see here. This gap isn't quite the width of one of them. Now I can fix that with tool mod so that there's no flickering like you can see here. But I think it's because I just noticed that it's not centered on the footprint. So see how the footprint is shifted? If I put it centered on the tile, it like cuts like some of the edge of it off into the wall. So I could do it like that, but I don't like how it cuts off the side of the vent. So that's kind of unfortunate. So I think I'm just going to have to just tool mod it. So basically what I have to do is scale it to 0.99, and that way it sits a lot better. So that's kind of a bummer for people who don't have tool mod. But anyway, okay, so the air conditioning vents are installed. We have them along this floor, and then I put them on the ground floor as well. And then back to this little area here, I think I want to include these pipes. It's a shame they don't come in all the different wall heights though, because I'm going to have to put them on top of each other. So put it at an angle like that, maybe in the corner. But like the lighting, it's because of this lamp. I'm going to have to move this lamp out the way. The lighting is still funky, as you can see. Oh, that's such a bummer. Oh well, I'm just going to leave it. And it doesn't make sense to have two valves. It would have just been better to make pipes for all of the different wall heights. I just don't get why they tend to make stuff for the short wall height, but not for the other ones. Drives me crazy. And then maybe put this over here, size it down a bit. I don't know, that might be a bit too much. Yeah, that's too much. Unless we just size this T.O.O.L down. That kind of looks a bit better, making it a bit smaller. But then we've got all this blank space here. Dunno, I'll think about it. Actually, I feel like this cog wall decoration might look better over in the kids section, because it kind of does look a bit kiddie. I mean, I love cogs, I love steampunk, but as cool as this little thing is, it's giving me like playground vibes, like kids can come up and like spin all the different wheels. Do you know what I mean? I really wish that all of these pieces, like this piping system, what if all these pieces were separate and you could come up with your own intricate piping system on a wall? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. And if these cogs came in different colors, that would have really, I think, made this kit pack so amazing. I don't know that this shelf over here looks that good, so maybe put it down here. We've got like this little kids DIY station. Okay, it's coming together. I mean, the lighting. Oh, Sims 4 lighting is the pits. And then look, it's got this horrible glitch. This glitch has been here for ages. I hate it so much. But that's okay. So what should we do in this center area? It's kind of dangerous. Like, you don't want to lean over the edge, else you'll fall to your death. Oh, we could use like the Discovery University research computer thingies. But if we use this industrial desk, like that's really high up, and if you're on a high chair, you'd definitely fall off the edge. I got the idea. What if we turned this into a station where I said the research computers from Discovery University, but what if we made it like kind of like one of those architectural drawing desks? What are those things even called? You know, the ones that like tilt upwards? So, I mean, the base game one works pretty well. It ties into the pack perfectly. Yeah, I like that. And I'm going to use this sign. I can't remember what pack this is from. I think maybe Dine Out or whatever. This might be absolute rubbish. I'm actually going to use this from Dream Home Decorator because I think it's perfect for that crafty vibe that we're going for. And then I'll just use this as like this sign thing as the backing. So if I duplicate it by Shift-Alt clicking it and then elevate it and then resize it so it doesn't flicker. So I think I made it 0.6, so I'll do 0.595. Actually, that's too much of a difference to the side, so scale 0.599. Actually, that works perfectly and it's almost the same size. And then I'm going to Alt click on the bottom one, Shift Alt click to duplicate, and then we're going to rotate this whole thing, rotate around center, so it rotates it as one entire unit. I love this feature. And rotate it by 180 degrees, and it'll put it on the back as well to hide anything in the back. And I'm just going to pull it forward by Alt clicking on the floor until we can get it to come forward. Perfect. And then I'm going to Alt click on these to add those, and we're going to rotate this whole thing as one unit Actually, I didn't pull it forward enough. Never mind. Let's try it a few more times. Oh, actually, that's perfect. And then click the rest of them, and then let's rotate around center by 30 degrees. Nice. And then we will lower it, minus 0.1. Nice. I'm happy with that, and I'm just going to pull this desk forward. It kind of cuts into the glass a bit, so maybe should I use a wooden one? Alright, so I went with the Discovery University desk because the brown swatch I think ties in perfectly with the sign backing. So now let's see if we can hide these yucky areas and kind of, I don't know, just add a few more finishing touches. I'm starting to fizzle out. For those of you who don't know, I have severe chronic fatigue, so I can't last for very long with recording videos, which is why I don't make as many videos. I would love to make way more videos than I do at the moment, and maybe one day, but for the moment, you know, you just gotta roll with what your body can handle. So, oh, what's that? Another glitch. The rug is like disappearing into the floor. Woo! Don't like that. I think I've done a pretty good job hiding these really dark shadowy bits, although, I mean, these plants, they used to look really nice indoors, like that color, although that is kind of bright. But then in a few updates ago, mine started to go dark indoors. Other people say that the outdoor plants always go dark indoors. I don't know. And it's extra dark because I put it in this, like, shadowy corner. But whatever, I think it looks fine. And at least the really dark corner, jaggedy corners have been hidden. And now I think we just need, like, an accent table over here to seal the deal. The only thing is, look how huge all of these accent tables are. They're like bigger than the actual chair. How do we not have any accent tables that are a decent size? I mean, that one's not too bad, but the style doesn't really go with this. So what I think I'm going to do is just use this one sized down from Snowy Escape, and even though the wood swatch isn't the same, I like that it's dark and kind of blends into the background a bit better. We can just place some sort of thing on top like this from Dream Home Decorator, and then we're just going to have to use Tool Mod to lower it onto the table like that. Oh, I just discovered if you rescale this pipe to 1.73 with Tool Mod, it is the perfect size. See, it fits perfectly right underneath the ceiling. Although if you look at the valve, it's like way up in the air. So like if this is the height of your sim, it's right at face level. So it's not very realistic, but at least you don't have to stack them on top of each other. It does make them bigger, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Over on this other side, I'm thinking this little room over here, maybe we can turn it into a laundry room, because, you know, like they're making kombucha, and, you know, maybe if their clothes get filthy, they can come and clean it up. I did do this trick where I put a doorway into the roof piece, like there, and then put this cabinet inside that doorway, but just pull it forward enough that it doesn't have the outdoor lighting, and that way you've got like an inbuilt cabinet. I mean, right now the door frame is kind of poking through, but I don't really care. And then I'm going to use another one of these posters from the new kit pack. I'm just obsessed with this, and I'll do the square or the rectangular one, that one. Oh, the yellow actually goes quite nice, so that when you look through the doorway you can kind of see it. Oh yeah, I like that. Yes. It looks super eclectic and messy, and I'm just going to roll with it. And from the doorway, it doesn't look too bad. It adds a bit of color to the area. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Since I have no clue what to do up here, I'm thinking let's turn this into an art studio and library, and I really want to use these doors. We haven't had the chance in this build yet to use these really cool doors that come with the new kit. Anyway, let's get on with it and build a reading nook with lots of books. So you can kind of see through the roof right here, but it's okay because I'm going to use these base game book cabinets, and we're going to size them down with Tool Mod. I actually really like the way it looks at its regular size, but it pokes through the roofing. So unless I change, like I could maybe put some sort of trim outside, because I do like the way that this looks. And even though it's a bit weird to have like this living grass in the center of the floor, maybe it can be this idea of like you get to read books barefoot in the grass for, you know, an earthy hippie experience. Okay, so we've got the bookcases in, and there's a little gap between the bookcase and this art. So with Tool Mod, let's select them all and then rescale them. Let's see what 0.95 does. Okay, that's actually quite good. But these parts are poking through. Ooh, maybe if I put a shelf here with some books on or something, it'll hide that. Let's use this Get Together shelf, because this is like the closest match that I can get to the brown. Although it's not going to hide these parts, so we're going to have to hide that with something else. We'll figure that out later. And then in here, let's just do like a quiet reading room. We'll put some artwork inside. Let's just duplicate this couch and put it inside here. And I think I want to add a splash of color, so let's use this tealy greeny blue color. I like that one. Yeah, that looks nice. And then to seal off that edge, let's use a balcony, because I'm too lazy to DIY something. Nice. And then actually, I think we're going to have to use a stone floor, because it doesn't really make sense to have a wood floor if you've got living grass. Ooh, I kind of like this from Journey to Batuu. Ooh, maybe the darker version? Yeah, let's do the darker one. And then to make the entrance entrance to this reading nook more magical, what if we use these arches from Eco Lifestyle, and I think I'm going to duplicate them like this. I'll size one down slightly so it doesn't flicker. That way it's got like it's symmetrical on either side. Oh, it cuts into the floor above, so we'll have to size it down. Okay, so I did it at 0.85, and then we'll make one of them 0.849. There we go. Yeah, that works. Yes, the darker one is perfect. Nice. And then maybe I'll put some ivy up on the walls just to make it look a bit more magical. I can't help but make things a little unrealistic. I'm rubbish at realistic builds. I like when things are a little weird, a little fantasy. I'm not really sure how to decorate this area, so I've taken these doors from the new kit, and then we've got these crates here with some books that will be accessible because these ones are not. And then I'm thinking for this area, let's make it look kind of like you're outdoors reading on the grass at like a picnic or something. So if we use these kinds of rugs, give it like that bohemian style, maybe more like these rugs, the little tassel pieces on the end. And then we can do some chairs, but we'll do like these stacks of pillows because it's kind of like you're sitting out in the park on some fun cushions. And then we can do like a couple of these poofs, and we can just fill it up with some hanging plants. I just want it to look really lush. And then for the outside, to hide these pieces of the bookshelves that are poking through, we can use the jungle adventure plants. Nice. Okay, so I added a bunch of greenery to the roofing, and I think that kind of looks cool. It makes it look more alive, but it looks a bit weird when you just have this thick trim right here and the rest of it's flat. So I know I'm getting carried away. This is what happens. You add one detail and then it's like, oh, but now that I've added this detail, I need to add another detail. I don't know, maybe it's just me. So I'm wondering if we take some plants like this and like put them on the actual roof so it looks like the whole thing is alive. Yeah, I'm liking this. And then I just need something to put here as well. This is turning into like a jungle factory. Oh, it's The Sims. You can get away with anything. Maybe like this shrubbery. A shrubbery. Oh, do you know what I could do? I could use trees and size them down. Little baby tree. Man, this build is going to take forever. Why do I do this to myself? Does that look kind of silly? Yeah, that looks kind of weird. Maybe I won't put it all along. This one actually still looks like the wrong color. But anyway, I'll just play around with it and see what I can come up with. But I'm going to postpone it for a second because my ADD is all over the place. And I completely forgot that, look, I created like this distillery thing down here. And then the factory roof has these two chimney stacks, but there's literally nothing underneath it. So like, where's the chimney coming from? So I'm thinking that because the space is kind of empty in the center, maybe we can run a pipe all the way from here up to the chimneys and it'll feel a bit more realistic. So if I use tool mod and I just duplicate this pipe, let's elevate it. Yeah, see, it pokes through to the floor above. And if I keep doing that all the way up, that should make more sense as to why there's chimney stacks. And instead of it being like smoke, maybe it can be steam coming from this like boiler or something. Whoa, look how tall this pipe is. Anyway, this is going way overboard and I'm so exhausted that I need to just wrap this up because I got so many projects to finish. So, but I just, you know me, I can't stop tinkering. Ooh, and case in point, I just got an idea too. What if we did like a round table that wraps around this pipe to add like an extra area where they can consult with each other, come up with creative ideas. So let's get a table. In other words, a table. See, this is why I stick to speed builds, even though I've kind of stopped doing speed builds lately, as I told you in a previous video. Like, they're just stressing me out at the moment for some reason. Anyway, but this is why I usually focus on speed builds, because I'm a rambling buffoon when I build and talk at the same time. Yeah, I kind of like that. I wish the table was a bit bigger, but that's kind of cool. Like, you can have like this little station to work on stuff. Yeah, I like that. It has that industrial vibe to it. Yeah, I like it. And it adds a touch of green. Yes, very nice. And maybe I can put, I don't even know if laptops will fit on that. No, the pipe cuts into it. That's a shame. I could make the pipe smaller, but I don't want to resize and adjust everything with tool mod. So we're just going to leave this as a decorative area. Okay, now I need to stop adding work for myself and finish this bad boy up. Let's just go down to the basement because we really need to get something done in this basement. And I'm thinking, instead of just making this a storage area, let's turn it into a gaming room with a pool, not a pool table, a foosball. Ooh, should we do ping pong as well? Is there enough room? Yes. Let's do ping pong and foosball and ooh, darts. Nah, well, yeah, why not? Let's make these a bit wonky because when everything's like perfectly straight, it just doesn't feel real. Plus, it helps fill up the space a bit more so that I don't have to put as much furniture in. I don't know if I like that, but at this point, I don't really care. And we are going to use another one of those wall decals. Do I say that weird? Wall decal, decal, don't know. Okay, we'll put a little don't wake the llama table. Real quick, I already did the bathroom. It's like this little seedy little bathroom, but it's like, it's got a place where you can shower. Lots of lovely rust stains. So these little shower cubicles, and then there's these little old looking stalls. Because it's a factory conversion, so it's supposed to look a bit run down and old, and everything's recycled and repurposed. Okay, so stop rambling, Kara. Nobody cares. So let's go back to what we were doing. Man, this video is going to take me so long to edit. I've been rambling for like, I don't know, like 2 hours now, probably longer. Yes, that looks beautiful. Let's change it though. Oops. And yes, let's make it massive. Yeah, I like that. Oh man, I'm getting stiff in my old age. I feel like we need, I don't know, the walls are empty. How about we just, what about the Get Famous arches? That'll give us some instant cool looking stuff. Here we go. 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 Yes. Yeah, that looks way more like an old Victorian industrial underground whatever this is. Doesn't quite fit though. There's this thing in the game, I don't know if you guys have noticed it in your game, where like stuff jumps around whenever you try and place it like right next to or onto a wall. Like, stop sticking and jumping. Yeah, that automatically looks way better with the arches. It adds so much more detail and less work for me, so that works. But it doesn't quite go all the way to the end here, so to get away with it, what if we build these little storage corners either side? Ooh, yeah, already that looks so much better. And then we can use like this storagey stuff and put them inside, like so. We'll twist this one around. Yes. And then get a door. Let's just do this 2-tile like we did upstairs and put them either side, and it looks like little storage. Look at that. Perfect. To save time, I put the same wall decal on under every arch. Is it redundant? Yes. Is it excessive? Yes. But excessive is my middle name. Actually, it's not, it's Nicole. I think if we just fill up this whole area with pipes, it'll make everything go faster, and my whole body is cramping. So I just need to be done. Journey to Batuu. And I love, love, love the wall decoration. Nope. This thing kind of looks like a massive pipe cap. Oh, that is perfect. Yes, I love it. Ooh, and while we're here, what if we use these circular rugs like that? Yes, I approve. Ooh, that's lovely. And then, my brain just went blank. Oh yes, pipes. I'm just going to fill it with pipes because I'm tired and lazy and I love pipes. And I think those are all excellent reasons. I love these pipes from City Living. I wish that they faced the other way as well, so you had the variety of choosing which way you want them to go. I love symmetrical things. Like, I would love to be able to put the pipe like this and then have it face the other way on the other side too. But alas, we cannot. Oh dang, that's too big. 1.3. That's pretty good. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. I'm probably not going to playtest this. That's fine. You guys can do the work of playtesting it. So here we go. I'm just going to leave it like this because, well, what else am I going to do in here? I don't know. But the cool thing is that if in doubt, just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and it looks like you've put in all this detail. So this has filled up the space quite nicely. I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. And maybe just change the tile around it just to give it a slightly different look to make it stand out a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll just leave it like that. Perfect. And then I put a massive sign over here just to fill in the wall, and because the old factory needed to remind its workers where they were working on every single wall. And then I'm just going to leave this the way that it is here. I might put a few objects on the shelves, and I think we're pretty much done. Yay, look guys, we finished. Well, I finished, you just watched. It is very lush and green, and I put it in Evergreen Harbor because, I don't know, it suits that area a lot better. So let's take a real quick tour. We've got a little selling area out here in the front. I'm not going to go over all of this again because I already showed you in the beginning all of that area. The roofing, I just made it a bit more lush. And if you're wondering how I got smoke, this kind of white smoke out of the stacks, Arnie has a mod called World Edit Mod. It's got secret debug objects that they've never released to us, and it's not custom content, so it'll show up in your builds. And I just placed that on top because it doesn't actually have a fireplace, so you're not going to get smoke unless you add a fireplace to it. So I put in some of the white smoke to make it look like steam from this massive kombucha distillery. So this ground floor is still exactly the same as it was before because I'd already pretty much done it. I just changed some of the color swatches to make it look a lot better, and I added some stairs down into the basement because I just thought that looked a bit more realistic. Just be careful as you go down the stairs that you don't trip and fall into the pool of water. Then I added some of these stains just to grungy it up, stains on the walls as well. We've got our bubbling jacuzzi over here, and then here's the little hangout area. I added the fan, and in order to turn it into a fan with a light, I can't zoom in any closer else it disappears. I took this light from Journey to Batuu and sized it down and sized the fan up a little bit, and then all this, like, you know, like how a utility area of a basement just has a bunch of random junk. So it's just a bunch of the community's random junk in the basement. And then if we go up to this floor, you've already seen most of it as we were building it together. I did change some swatches a little bit just to add a bit more color. Added this T motif over here. Let's do it at more of an eye level so you can get a sense of what it looks like. Whee! Yay! And I added some stains up by the air ducts. Everywhere that the air ducts connect to the wall, I put those nasty grungy stains like the steam has rusted it. We've got our little kitty nook over there that you've already seen. We've got this office that we didn't really look at or do anything to because I'd already pretty much built it, and I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. This is my favorite part, the little lounge area. Is this TV too high for eye level? Like if you're sitting down and you're looking, oh, that's kind of high, isn't it? Okay, I lowered it a little bit. That's better. Upstairs is the part that I didn't show you, and here's our little grassy reading nook on either side. We've got some rugs, we've got all of this ivy everywhere. Just a magical little place to read your books. Ooh, that's cutting into the ground. Quick fix. There's probably a ton more mistakes that I have failed to notice, but hopefully this is still fun to play with. Yeah, that's better. So we've got a fun little reading area over there, and then I love this industrial wood texture in the new kit, the new Industrial Loft Kit. Oh, it just looks so good. And even though the wood tones don't match with Eco Lifestyle, you can still get away with putting them together, and I think they look pretty good. And then on this side, we have the art studio. So we've got all these paintings, we've got some art supplies lying around, and then we've got these easels where the artists can come and do like a painting class together or whatever. And then on the end, I just made this little room where there's maybe some paint supplies. I could have added more clutter up here, but like I said before, I'm like so tired. And it's the end of summer, so I've got really bad end of summer allergies. It's just wiping me out. And so on the other side, we've got that little reading nook. I just added some tables and some shelving size down. I didn't put anything in it. You guys can fill it in if you want. And then we've got the bedrooms and bathrooms. Like I showed you before, I just added a couple things just to tie in the colors together. Actually, this from Dream Home Decorator, the colors tie in really well with Eco Lifestyle. And this is just a headboard. I don't think I showed you this before. This is just a headboard I made out of these little wall pieces from Eco Lifestyle. We've got a nice sunny bathroom. And then this bedroom over here is very similar. Oops, it's missing a window. I could have swore I know I put a window on that side. Oh, I just love how the sunlight comes in through this window. Look at that. Beautiful. I love it. And then for the exterior, I just added more of these wall decals that I really love from the new kit pack. And this is actually placed on the lot backwards because I hate when lots are backlit. This lot is backlit, one of many. So I put it on backwards on purpose just so that the light would look on it beautifully. It's probably going to look rubbish in the gallery image, but there you go. The final result. Well, I hope you guys had fun with me today in this video. I'm overly tired and overly crazy, but thanks for bearing with me. I'm working on a million projects right now, so hopefully I'll have videos of those coming out soon. And until the next one, guys, I freaking love you.